Man, we have got to talk about pit boards in Supercross and motocross. I feel it's been a long time coming. When is a better opportunity to talk about this than when one of the title contenders, Joe Shimoda, literally gets semi taken out by a rogue pit board, two fingers broken. This is, in my opinion, maybe controversially not the fault of the mechanic who was holding the pit board. It is just a fundamental problem with the concept as a whole. It might surprise a lot of you. I've actually seen interviews where they ask riders the role of a pit board, how they use it. Surprisingly, the majority of the riders said A, they don't look at it at all, and B, probably the funniest part is when they do look at it, they can't even see it. Typically, they put sort of the pit area where the mechanics are showing the pit boards in a pretty high speed section. And so when you're going 30 miles an hour or even 25 miles an hour, you can't really see what's on the pit board. Even if you could, you got more pressing things to focus on. And so honestly, I think while I appreciate the role of it, it's kind of a cultural thing, having the mechanic and the rider and have that pit board as a way to communicate with them. I honestly don't think it does anything. I think removing them would not have one iota of an impact on the sport. And like I said, I'm quite confident that many riders don't look at it, don't pay attention to it, and even when they try to pay attention to it, they can't even read it because they're going too fast. And this is before we get into the goofy images that we see routinely of riders zooming by at probably 30 plus miles an hour, ducking out of the way of either their own mechanic's pit board or some other mechanic's pit board. And it's like, guys, this sport is dangerous. It is rife with risks and potential for injury. Let's avoid the embarrassment of a rider getting injured by a rogue pit board. And that's literally what happened. Joe Shimoda caught it on the knuckle. It was kind of laying flat. And think of the amount of money, energy, and resources that Honda is now, I know he's not out, but has compromised in terms of their preparation and what Joe Shimoda is able to do. Like I think he got maybe 7th in the main event. And I'm not saying he was going to necessarily win the title, but it's pretty clear that a broken hand is going to significantly impact your ability to ride at your full potential. And so I think the time is now. Do we need pit boards? Maybe keep the pit boards, but put them on some kind of soft material. But honestly, I see it every race, the riders ducking out of the way. I've seen different riders hit the pit boards. I just don't know if they do anything. I don't think if we were to remove the pit boards, it would have any impact and it would avoid, and thankfully there hasn't been a bigger incident, but all it takes is for one mechanic to not be paying attention, to hit the rider in the face. And yeah, this was just 2 broken fingers, but it could definitely be worse. And so it's just, let's nip this problem in the bud. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe people love it and it's a huge asset. I really don't think. And it would be curious to see what your guys' thoughts are, because I'm sure there's other videos. I haven't done like a in-depth sort of exploration of the topic, but the riders that were posed the question said it makes no difference. Like, you're doing a moto, you got pretty important things to focus on. And no disrespect to the mechanic, the little words of like encouragement, I don't know if it's doing that much. It's fun to have that engagement with the mechanic, but let's be honest, when you're in a 250 main event or even a heat race, the words of wisdom or whatever they say, it makes no difference. Let's just be honest for a second. So let's get rid of it. Let's avoid this stupid incident from happening again, and just the goofiness of this line. And I'm not throwing shade at the mechanics. This is, no disrespect to the mechanics. It's not their fault. Accidents happen. But I think it's time we rethink the pit board situation. And honestly, let's just probably get rid of it. But I want to hear what you guys think. I guess I've never raced motocross, so I don't know if amateur racers have pit boards, but I understand in a training preparation it makes a difference. But in the race, come on, they're not looking at it. And when they are, they can't even see it. So let me know what you guys think. Am I wrong? Am I totally off base? I kind of doubt it. I'm pretty sure that most people would agree with me, but let me know what you guys think. Is it time to get rid of the pit boards? Joe Shimoda is definitely going to be in favor of it. So, yep, tell me what you guys think, and I hope you enjoy the video.